Today we will take a look at the best headphones under $100 for this year. If you want to find more information, check out links down below. 5. Sennheiser HD-280 Pro. The Sennheiser HD-280 Pro is the epitome of boring, utilitarian design, inside and out. There really are no fancy features to speak of. All you do to start up is plug the 3.5mm jack in and you're ready to go. You might even go wild and use the included 1/4 inch adapter, but that's really it. The markers to identify which side is left and which is right are only very faintly marked on the inside of the hinges in a tiny font, so you just have to remember that the wire hangs from the left. The Sennheiser HD-280 Pro is not a noise-cancelling headset, so any noise that gets blocked out is due to the seal of the earpads to your head. Closed-back headphones tend to perform reasonably well compared to open-back ones in this regard. The headphones have a fairly accurate frequency response with a few minor deviations from our house curve. You won't hear any overemphasized sounds with the HD-280 Pro, which makes it a strong candidate for mixing and monitoring recordings in a studio. If you were thinking this was a pair of consumer Sennheiser headphones, you'll get something a bit different than what you expected. 4. Anker Soundcore Life Q30. The Anker Soundcore Life Q30 are good for commute and travel. They have an outstanding noise-cancelling feature which helps reduce the rumble of bus or plane engines around you. They're comfortable, well-built, and offer over 44 hours of continuous battery life, which is very good for long travel days. They're a bit bulky, which can make them more difficult to take with you on the go. The Anker Q30 are comfortable headphones. Like the Wise noise-cancelling headphones wireless, they feel lightweight and don't clamp too tightly on the head. That said, the headband padding feels thin and could become uncomfortable when worn for long listening sessions. These headphones have a good control scheme. Only the right ear cup has a touch-sensitive surface, but most of the controls are physical buttons located on the bottom of both ear cups. With the physical buttons, you can play, pause audio, adjust volume, and cycle through 3 noise-cancelling settings: ANC, transparency, which allows you to listen to audio while staying aware of what's going on around you, and normal, which is its off mode. You can also hold the volume up button to skip to the next track or the volume down button to skip to the previous track. You can activate transparency mode by holding the touch-sensitive surface or activate voice assistant by holding the play/pause button for 2 seconds. These headphones have a good control scheme. Only the right ear cup has a touch-sensitive surface, but most of the controls are physical buttons located on the bottom of both ear cups. With the physical buttons, you can play, pause audio, adjust volume, and cycle through 3 noise-cancelling settings: ANC, transparency, which allows you to listen to audio while staying aware of what's going on around you, and normal, which is its off mode. You can also hold the volume up button to skip to the next track or the volume down button to skip to the previous track. You can activate transparency mode by holding the touch-sensitive surface or activate voice assistant by holding the play/pause button for 2 seconds. While the buttons are clicky and there are voice prompts for the different ANC settings, there aren't beeps for most of the other commands. 3. Sennheiser HD-4.40BT. The HD-4.40BT's circumaural, closed-back design is available in a matte black finish that's understated and handsome. While the earpads are plush and exceptionally comfortable, the headband could use a little more padding. Over longer listening periods, it can make its presence known in the form of noticeable pressure on the scalp, but it's nothing a little adjusting can't fix. The headphones include dual omnidirectional mix for better clarity on calls and when using voice controls. In our tests, the mix offered above-average intelligibility. Using the Voice Memos app on an iPhone 6s, we were able to clearly understand every word we recorded. However, the mix can sound a little far away and there's still a hint of Bluetooth audio degradation. But overall, the audio quality is in the higher tier of wireless headphone mix we've tested. Sennheiser estimates battery life to be roughly 25 hours, but your results will vary with your volume levels. In addition to the charging and audio cables, the headphones ship with a black drawstring carrying pouch. 2. Audio-Technica ATH-M40x. The Audio-Technica M40x deliver a reliable bass, mid, and treble response for neutral listening. They don't have much soundstage because of their closed-back design, but their well-balanced sound will still satisfy most listeners. The Audio-Technica M40X have a very understated studio design that might look a little bland for some. They have an all-black color scheme with silver highlights on the back of the oval ear cups. Their design is very similar to the ATH-M40X. They look good but offer nothing remarkable with their design. The ATH-M40X feel robust and durable. They have a mostly plastic design that's dense and able to handle a fair amount of physical stress. They have a metal frame that reinforces the headband, and the ear cups feel sufficiently sturdy to withstand a few drops without damage. The joints, on the other hand, are susceptible weak points where these headphones could get damaged and may weaken over time. 1. AKG Pro Audio K361. From a technical point of view, the K361 is on a par with Big Brother because it also starts with 50mm drivers whose voice coils are wound from OFC, oxygen-free copper. This enables the headphones to achieve a sensitivity of 114 decibels per supplied volt and a frequency range of 15 Hz to 28 kHz at an averaged impedance of 34.05 ohms. The main difference between the K371 and the K361 is that the frequency response of the former was approximated to a reference curve developed by Harman, at least that's what the advertising blurb says. In addition, the extra spiral connection cable of the K371 has been omitted on the K361. It only comes with two straight 3 and 1.2 meters cables. I would have preferred to see a spiral cable included instead of the 1.2 meters cable. In studios, where performers in front of the microphone or engineers behind the mixing console move around a lot, the coiled cable type is advantageous because it prevents a user from getting quite so tangled up. The difference is even greater when it comes to the built-in connector. While the K371 is a standard mini XLR jack, the K361 has a proprietary bayonet lock. I liked the K371. Their neutral, somewhat low treble and therefore unstrained, edge-free, sound was pretty good.